Could you please give a little bit of insight, because I'm sure that we will speak about your cooperation with India later, but how was it? I'm sure you are in touch with your alma mater, even today, the institution you have gone to, I suppose. In that, if that's the case, what's those things that has improved in a positive way in your institutions, with your home institution that you have studied at that point of time, let it be in Allahabad or in Jalandhar. Could you just say something on that?
So I think what improved overall in all institutes in general is because of this connectedness of the world, right? So the world has changed a lot. What it was, right? So 10 years back when I was studying so I was from the batch of 2006, so I passed out in 2006, and the world was still not that connected as it is today. So right, so we still felt that we belong to NIT, and we had no connections to IITs or any university outside. For example, I never knew that I could apply for some kind of internship in Germany, for example, right? So, and there was a very little information. We were not informed about all the possible opportunities, and that's why we follow the herd while going to this software company, which is also not very bad. I mean, for me, it turned out to be a really a good step. But now I feel the major difference which NIT or maybe triple IIT Allahabad is positively facing is this connectedness of the world, right? So, and now everything is available on internet. There is people are more aware, and they are coming forward to grab the opportunities. I mean, coming from an institute which is NIT is still ranked high, but it's still
Right.
not IIT. It you still have some loss of confidence, some deficiency in confidence, at least at that point of time it was for me, if I could compete with also with these people from IITs. But now everything is so open, so transparent, and it gives equal opportunities to everybody, right? So people have access to great lectures online. They can improve themselves even if they are not studying in the top institute of the country. So I think
Right.
this is something a big change, and this is positively helping everybody, not only people from NITs, but even from institutes which are ranked lower than NITs, right? So because in India you are given one day this exam only on one day, and there are some questions, some multiple choice questions, and then you have to, or maybe in case of IITs is the subjective exam, but it's only these few hours which decides your fate, right? So it's I think it's insufficient. It's not optimal. But given the scale of our country, given the number of applications, I also do not see any other
Alternative.
alternative. But this connectedness of the world, which has been made possible by digitalization or by this internet, by the availability of internet, is helping every institute and every student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abhishek, you want to chip in maybe some of the
I would
things
actually
that,
want to add to that, right? So
right.
during our time, right? So had, as I said, there was no institutional memory, probably
Hmm.
because the institute was very new, that we did not know about the opportunities. And this, so when we came to know about the opportunities, it was late, right? But even it was late, it was already fine for me. But for students who are looking out for opportunities, I think that even now, people, it's easier, definitely, as Megha said, right? So it's easier to kind of go have a look out for opportunities. But there is no structured orientation program for students, if you wish, in the Indian universities. So maybe for universities like the IITs and maybe some of the triple ITs or NITs might already have this, right? Because
Hmm.
many of the alumni basically go, they know about the alumni having successful careers. They come back, they give back. There is stories to kind of learn about. But there are many other institutes where students are almost as good, right? And it is probably because of a dice throw on the JE exam, which Megha
Right.
was talking about, right? Like my first PhD student, and Bala, probably you know him well,
Yeah.
right? So just Preet, right? He is from the Vellore Institute of Technology, right? He is almost as good, if not better, than most of the other students from other good universities all throughout the world that I actually deal with, right? That tells me that, well, there is enough talent in India, and it's because of this demand and supply problem that you might actually, you are in one institute, as compared to the other. So what I feel is interesting is if there is a structured orientation program for bachelor students at the bachelor level, like what they're capable of, right? Both ways, it would be actually a very beneficial experience. Specifically, what happens is, well, people actually know about all the universities in the US, UK, and maybe some in Switzerland, right? So, which are the top named institutes, if you wish. But if you have a look, many of the universities in Germany are almost at the same level, right? So,
True.
there is not much of a level difference, and not all the institutes actually. I mean, if you think about only the top institutes, right, or the top research labs, they also have this demand and supply problem. So, what is actually required is to kind of bridge this gap, if you wish, in letting people or letting students who might actually do very well in their careers in India, who might not be from the IITs or might be from even IITs, right, to know about other institutions in Germany or the other universities in Germany. So, this bridging of the gap is pretty essential, which is become much better, as Megha is mentioning, because of the internet, right? People are really interested, go have a look, but it is still not as seamless as it could have been.
Right. Very, very important points. I think, including Leibniz University, I think one has to say we also ventured into digitalization, or all those things like Instagram or Facebook. What the youth of today, let's say, they are not looking at so-called the formal websites only, because they have a different way of looking at it, expanding the reach and providing information. I think we were also a little bit, let's say, late compared to many other institutions. In that, probably the said in America and others, probably they are much, because probably they are giving huge amount of resources also in terms of promotion and all those things and further information. Right.